Hello again. Today we're going to be working on Chapter 3 in Vocabulary Power 1. Now your first word in Chapter 3 is coast. So they give some examples. The states of Washington, Oregon, and California are on the Pacific coast. The road ran along the coast, so as we drove, we were able to see the water. Now they've given us the answer that's land by an ocean. So if you live in Victoria or Vancouver in BC, you live by the Pacific Ocean. So lots of people who live in those areas say, I live on the coast. Or if you're going to vacation there, people say, I'm going to go for a vacation on the coast because it's by the ocean. Okay. 2, compare. Parents shouldn't compare their children. Each child is special in his or her own way. The family compared the 2 houses and decided to buy the bigger one. So do you think compare is A, to try to make 2 things the same, B, to study the differences between 2 things, or C, to prefer one thing to another? It's B. If you compare 2 restaurants, you decide which one is better. Let's compare McDonald's and Burger King. Which one is more expensive? Which one has a better menu? Which one has tastier food? And so on. Okay. 3, contain. The package from home contained sweaters, books, and a note from my grandma. I prefer homemade soups. Canned soups contain too much salt. So contain, do you think that's to have many parts, to have something inside, or to make use of? Again, it's B, to have something inside. So I might say this jar contains peanut butter. That's what's inside the jar. Okay, number 4, develop. Many believe that yoga develops the mind as well as the body. Greg and I worked at the same office for a year before our friendship began to develop. So do you think develop is to grow, to begin, or to test? It's A, to grow. If I give you back some writing, if you've written a paragraph and I say you need to develop this, you need to make it bigger and stronger. We say when girls get to be around 11 or 12, oh, she's starting to develop, so starting to turn into a woman. Okay, number 5 is effect. My essay discusses the good and bad effects of television on children. I saw the effects of Roy's hard schedule. He was tired, underweight, and unhappy. So do you think effect means something that causes an illness, something that helps you learn, or something that happens because of another thing? This time it's C, something that happens because of another thing. So one effect of COVID was schools were shut down, people had to stay home. Okay, so one thing happened, COVID happened, and then other things happened as a result. Okay, 6 is experiment. Some experiments use animals to study new medicines. Scientist Alexander Graham Bell's experiments with the telegraph helped him create the first telephone. So, experiment is a scientific test, a personal plan, or a medical building. This time it's A. When you take science, you do a lot of experiments. You try something and see how it works, and you record your results. Right now, scientists are busy doing experiments to try to find a cure for COVID. So They try one thing, see if it works, try something else, see how that works, and so on. 7 is public. The president's address and salary are public knowledge. Any changes to the law should be for the public good. So public, is that relating to all people, relating to all journalists, relating to all politicians? It's A, relating to all people. So if we go to the park, that's a public place. All people can go there. The opposite would be a private place. So private is only for certain people. Certain people are allowed. But a public place is where anybody can go. Okay, 8 is sense. Erin didn't have the sense to stay away from the angry dog and it bit her. Good sense tells you to dress warmly when it's snowing. So is sense good behavior, good understanding, or good information? It's B, good understanding. Quite often we'll say that doesn't make sense, right? I can't understand it. It doesn't make sense. If you have common sense, you know the appropriate ways to act in all situations. Okay, number 9 is skill. The chess champion tested his skills against the computer. The skills of an artist grow stronger with time. So is skill ability, understanding, or enjoyment? It's A. So if you practice skating, your skating skills will improve. If you are an artist and you practice, or you're a singer and you practice a lot, your singing skills or your artistic skills will improve. And the last one is system. The library's computer system was put together very well. It's clear and easy to use. The city needs a better subway system. It's confusing to have so many lines. So does system mean a set of connected parts, a group of workers, or a station? It's A, a set of connected parts. So if you have a computer system, you have your monitor and it's connected to your keyboard and it's connected to your printer and it's connected to the Wi-Fi. So that's a computer system. Same with stereos. People don't really have stereos anymore, but if you have a stereo, you have, say, the CD player, which is connected to the speakers and so on. So that's a system. They all connect together. Okay, so let's pronounce these. I'm going to say them and then you just say them after me. Coast, compare, contain, develop, effect, experiment, public, sense, skill, system. Okay, I want you now to go to page 22, right at the top. And we can see develop is to grow or change into something bigger or stronger, or to make someone or something do this. Okay, so again, we can take a business idea and add to it and make it better, make it stronger so it works better. Or develop to make a new idea or item for sale better by working on it for a long time. So again, this could be your paragraph. You need to develop your ideas. You need to work on it for a long time to make it better. Okay, public, relating to all the ordinary people in a country or city. So the public, just you and me and all just the regular people. So not royalty, you know, not, we're not talking about the prime minister, just all the regular people. Or public can be used by anyone. So like I said before, we go to the park, that's a public place. You go to the library, that's a public place. Anybody can go there. And then sense, a good understanding and ability to make decisions, right? So you've got common sense. It's kind of like you're smart. And then sense, a feeling about something. So we have 5 senses. We have, we can see, smell, taste, hear, and touch. Okay. And then on page 23, we often say from coast to coast. Now, the book says all across the United States. It's also all across Canada. So if we start in BC at the ocean and we drive all the way across Canada to Newfoundland, we'll come to another ocean. So that's from coast to coast, all the way across the country. To compare, we need at least 2 things, right? So we compare one thing with another thing, or we compare one person with another person, and develop from. So we take one thing and we add to it to make it better. So the second thing really developed from the first thing. And then effect, create the effect of, is often used in art. So if you're artistic, you might put some purple spots in the sky or something to create the effect of, I don't know, the stars in, a certain part of the country. Experiment with, so we can experiment with things. So use different ideas or materials to find out how good they are. So you might say, I've been experimenting with different kinds of shampoo to see what shampoo works the best. So I try one for a week, see how it works. Next week I'll try a different one. The next week I'll try a different one. So I'm doing my own kind of experiments. And the last one is a sense of humor. Now, if someone has a sense of humor, they laugh. They can make people laugh. They laugh at things. They're not serious all the time. Okay, so go ahead and do chapter 3 and send it in to me. Take the pictures and email them to me. And have a good day. Talk to you later. Bye.